We're preparing to move into a new house, and when my husband's female best friend found out, she decided to move in with us. Was about to object, but my husband immediately agreed. To make things worse, he even gave my daughter's master bedroom, which was meant to be her children's room, to her son and made our daughter move to the basement. When I voiced my disagreement, he dismissed it, saying, "Grace is my close friend, don't overthink it. Her son is like my son, of course I want him to have a better room." When I still stood my ground, my husband and his family began criticizing me, calling me selfish. Unable to stand their unfairness, I moved out with my daughter. It was then they realized my absence and became anxious. After living in the old house for many years, our family finally decided to buy and move into a bigger house. A year before we moved, I started selecting the location, checking property prices, and making renovation plans. As my husband's family is least interested in anything related to it, I did everything on my own, from renovations and the house's payment to the property fees. I didn't mind though, because my family's happy faces were the most important thing for me. I even bought a new car for the family when my husband's sister Kelly remarked that the new neighborhood was posh and that having no car would be embarrassing. I carefully planned everything, taking into account everyone's preferences, including who would stay in which room. However, just a day before we were set to move, my husband dropped a bombshell. "Emma, Grace heard we're moving into a new house," he said, walking towards me, "so she wants to stay with us. Since all the rooms are full, I'm moving out of her room and having her stay in the basement instead." While I stared at him stunned, he handed me the key to the basement door. "What? We're moving to a new house and you want to let an outsider live with us?" "Yeah, Grace and her son's house is old and run down," he replied. "Now that we have a new house, of course, I want them to stay with us." "Oh really, Jason?" I snapped. "When my parents wanted to stay for a couple of days after we move in, you firmly said you don't like having outsiders in the house. Now aren't Grace and her son outsiders?" Jason frowned and looked at me. "Are you crazy? How can you compare your parents to Grace?" He frowned. "We grew up together and in my heart, we're family. House has no extra rooms, so Ava has to stay in the basement." I glanced at the basement. It was next to sewage pipes and right by the elevator, hence so noisy. "So you will give your daughter's sunny room to your best friend and make her stay alone in a windowless, poorly ventilated, dark and damp basement. What's wrong with the basement? If it's too dark, we can turn on more lights. In that room, she can sing and jump around without anyone bothering her. She'll have more freedom." Every word coming out of his mouth shot up my anger, but I kept my composure and looked at my in-laws, hopping for support. "Women are always so petty," my father-in-law muttered with dissatisfaction and settled on the couch while my mother-in-law approached me. "Emma, Jason and Grace have been close since they were little, and right now Grace is having a tough time raising her son alone. Jason just wants to help her out. I'm sure Ava can manage. It's just a matter of sleeping at night after all." "Yes, and dear sister-in-law, Ava is healthy while Grace's son is weak," my husband's sister Kelly chimed in while coming out of the bathroom. "The doctor said he needs more sunlight and Ava's only room gets plenty of sunshine." Everyone sounded so absurd that I almost laughed and hugged my daughter who was on the verge of tears. "The way you all are siding with them, I feel Grace's son is Jason's biological son and your grandson, not Ava." "What nonsense are you talking?" Jason's face darkened. "Grace was raised by my parents. We're like a family and now they have no place to stay, so of course they will live with us. I just don't understand why you are making this big fuss about Ava staying in the basement. What is the harm?" Before I could fight back, the doorbell rang. Kelly rushed to answer it only to find Grace and her son standing at the door with 2 huge suitcases. Chapter 2. "Grace, we all were waiting for you. Come in quickly." Kelly happily greeted Grace and her son at the door. "I've missed you so much. If you hadn't gone abroad and had married my brother back then, we'd be a family now." My mother-in-law walked past me and grabbed Grace's hand, smiling broadly.
Click the link on the homepage to watch the full follow-up for free.